Hello everyone and welcome to the Vintage Tractor and Machinery channel. In this episode we've travelled to Scoresby in Melbourne's eastern suburbs to the Melbourne Steam Traction Engines Club fantastic facilities where you will see some vintage earth moving machinery being put through their paces. The grader on screen is a 1943 Galleon which saw service in the Pacific in World War II, helping construct airfields, roads, etc. with the American Army. This Galleon grader is powered by an International UD-14 engine. It's a petrol start which runs on diesel. This grader is operated by members of the Morris family. Galleon started at a place called Galleon in Ohio in the USA in 1907. Galleon produced its first horse-drawn road grader in 1911. Galleon operated up until 1988 before it became part of Komatsu. On screen now was the first successful motorised grader to work in Australia. Here we have a Malcolm Moore motor grader. It was the first successful motorised grader to work in Australia. Malcolm Moore imported the grader assembly from America in 1925 and fitted it to a Fordson tractor in their Melbourne factory. February 5th, way back in 1926, was the first length of Australian road ever formed by a motor grader, was scarified and graded in a demonstration to engineers and road authorities at Box Hill in Victoria. In the same year, the Malcolm Moore Company commenced building these graders. On screen we have a Smith & Robley Super 10 dragline. Very capable machine, this one. Around about mid-1950s vintage. The Smith & Robley Super 10 dragline is powered by a 3-cylinder Gardner diesel engine. To the right of your screen you can see the Smith & Robley Super 10 dragline loading up a Euclid dump truck. Like the Euclid is away after being loaded by the drag line. The Euclid dump truck is on its way with its payload. The Euclid dump truck this particular truck was manufactured in 1951 and it's powered by a GM diesel, 671 two-stroke GM diesel, and it's got a carrying capacity of 18 tonnes, so a decent payload for the Euclid as it just goes by, and still sounding very nicely. As we see the Euclid getting rid of its 18-tonne payload, the operator gets in a little bit of trouble. It looks like the Euclid's in a little bit of soft ground there, and we notice those back wheel starting to spin, so I think the Euclid now is in trouble and can't get out of it. As we see to the rescue comes the little Cat D4, so we'll see what the little caterpillar can do and try and get this Euclid, who's having a little bit of difficulty trying to get a bit of traction in that soft loose ground over there after dumping its load. So we see what the little caterpillar, the little D4 caterpillar is going to do to try and excavate this, trying to get the Euclid out of this soft ground. It looks like it's trying to make a bit of a path down to a bit of a ramp as it's trying to get the blade into the back of the tip of the Euclid, so we'll just see how successful this operation is going to be. You see the little caterpillar D4 just starting to try and push the Euclid out. Still having not much luck. Still the ground's fairly soft over there, so the operator's caught out a little bit. As we see the engine store of the Euclid going, see what the GM can do with the little D4 now starting to push the back of the Euclid. You can see the tray sort of tilting forward as the now it's starting to put power on the Euclid, getting that jam working. Little D4 also working at the back of this Euclid, but still not much success. So let's see if the little D4 can have another crack at it. Still in very soft ground over there is the Euclid. It's stuck, but for how long we'll have to wait and see. As we see the little D4 now, it's just coming into the back of the Euclid now. Euclid puts the power into the GM and looks like it's got itself free. So a good job done by both the D4 operator and the driver of the Euclid. On screen we have a cable excavator. This excavator is basically identical to the dragline. It's a Smith & Robley Super 10 and probably about mid-1950s, and it's powered by a Gardner 3-cylinder diesel. This Smith & Robley Super 10 is pretty efficient. It's working in some fairly compacted ground, so it's doing a reasonably good job in that particular environment. No, it's not a tug of war. The roller to the right of your screen is proving very difficult to start. So the roller left of screen is trying to execute a toe start using a solid bar. The roller on the right of screen, proving difficult to start, is an Australian-built Imperial roller made by the A.H. McDonald Company in Richmond, Victoria. A.H. McDonald operated from 1925 until taken over by the Jacques Company in 1969. Roll on the left of the screen is the English-made Ablink Barford diesel roller. Here we have a belt-driven rock crusher. This afternoon it's being used to crush bricks, proving very, very dusty indeed.